hop in, guys. Yesterday I did a whole video about some very super rare coins. So make sure you go check that video out. I also want to tell you about Noble Gold Investments. It's an amazing company that allows you to invest in gold and silver. And they're really getting into rare coins and investing in rare coins. So, if you guys like silver Morgan dollars, save it to yesterday's video. I talked about the 3 King George coins that they are selling. So it's literally a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. If you want to add those to your coin collection, it's really for only serious coin collectors. It would be an amazing investment if you purchased the trio of King George coins. But they only have those 3, that's it. Alright, let's move on to the 1977 pennies that are worth money. First up, here's the stock image of the 1977 Lincoln penny. This is the one with no mint mark, which means it was produced in Philadelphia. You can see that they made over 4.4 billion of these coins. So with so many of them, how could any of them be valuable? Well, that's what we're going to talk about. This next image shows the mintage for the San Francisco minted Lincoln penny from 1977. They made less of these coins, around 3.2 million. So the 1977S is the proof penny, and that's what you want to hold on to. However, we're also going to look at another one that is extremely valuable as well. Here's a 1977 penny with an extremely high grade. It's in great condition, which makes it valuable. If you have a beat up, scratched up, circulated penny, it's probably only worth its face value of 1 cent. But this particular coin, because of its extremely high grade, sold for over $7.45. If you guys aren't familiar with coin grading, I have a whole video on my channel explaining that. Just type in Pocket Coins coin grading on YouTube, and you'll find those videos. Next up, we have a 1977 San Francisco minted proof penny. This coin is extremely valuable because it's a proof penny graded at a proof 70 red. That's the highest grade on the coin grading scale, a perfect coin. Because of that, this penny sold for over $7,000. So, if you do have a 1977 proof penny and you have questions about it, leave them in the comments below, and I'll be sure to answer. Moving on to a 1977 Denver minted penny, this coin is also valuable because of its high grade. No special errors, just in great condition. This coin sold for over $7,000 as well. So, remember, if you've got a beat up 1977 penny, it won't bring this kind of value. Keep an eye on those high grade ones. Alright guys, until tomorrow, see you in the comments section below. This is Pocket Coins, and this is where I disappear. Do you have a 1976 penny? Today, we're looking at what makes these coins valuable, how much they're worth, and the rare errors that collectors search for. Let's jump right in and check out these pennies that could be worth money. First, let's talk about the mintage. The 1976 Lincoln penny, minted in Denver, had a massive production of over 4.2 billion coins. That's a lot of pennies. The 1976 no mint mark penny, produced in Philadelphia, had an even higher mintage of over 4.6 billion. Because of these high numbers, most 1976 pennies are common, but certain rare errors and high-grade examples can be valuable. Now, let's look at some actual sales of 1976 pennies that have fetched good money. Here's an error penny that sold on eBay. You can see from the image that it has a dramatic misstrike. This kind of error is extremely noticeable, making it unlikely to be found in circulation. A coin like this sold for over $40 on eBay. Not a huge amount, but still a fun find for collectors. Next, we have a 1976 penny with a cut error, a die break that appears above the word trust on the obverse. Die breaks can happen on any coin, and they're a great error to watch for while coin roll hunting. Many collectors don't even know about these, making them an overlooked treasure. This particular cut error penny sold for around $35, even though it wasn't graded. Now, let's talk about high-grade coins. A 1976 D Lincoln penny, graded MS67 by PCGS, sold for nearly $1,000. The coin grading scale only goes up to 70, so a 67 is a very high grade, making this coin highly desirable to collectors. An even higher grade 1976 no mint mark penny, graded MS68, sold for a massive $3,700 at auction. Even though this coin doesn't have any errors, its superb condition makes it extremely valuable. For proof collectors, a 1976 S-proof penny, graded PR69 deep cameo, sold for $1,200. Proof coins are made with special dies for collectors, and this nearly perfect grade makes it a premium example. So, how do you find valuable 1976 pennies? Look for mint errors like off-center strikes, die breaks, or misprints. High-grade coins in excellent condition. Proof coins with deep cameo contrast. Always check your change, search through rolls, and inspect collections. You never know when you might find a rare penny worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Welcome back to Pocket Coins. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. Today, we're looking at 1978 pennies that are worth money. We'll look at different types of mint errors, various conditions for these coins, and of course, their prices. So let's just hop right into it. Don't forget to check out all the other coin videos here on the channel if you guys have missed any. Let's get started. Grade first up, we have a 1978 D mint mark. This coin is graded at mint state 67 red. Because of its high grade, that's what gives this coin all its value. Now, if you have this in a mint state 66, it's not going to be worth as much. 65, 64, not nearly as valuable. 67, 68, 69, 70, of course, 70 is a perfect grade, will definitely increase the value. This penny here sold for over $480 because of its high grade. Mint error. Next up is a 1978 penny graded by PCGS at mint state 62 red that has a 40% blockage error on the obverse of the coin. It's a pretty noticeable error, and you don't need a microscope to spot it. This penny error sold for around $125. This next coin is a 1978 D that has been double struck, with the second strike being 65% off center. You can look for off-center errors on all types of coins, not just Lincoln cents. This penny sold for over $130 because of the mint error. Now, this is a 1978 no mint mark penny that has the obverse struck through a cap die. You can find cap die errors on many coins, not just pennies, quarters, dimes, nickels too. This coin sold for around $65 due to the error. Moving on to another 1978 no mint mark with a mint state 67 plus red grade. The value for this coin comes from its high grade and that plus sign. This penny sold for over $4,000. Can't beat that. Here's a 1978 off-center coin that wasn't graded, and it sold for around $10. Personally, I wouldn't grade it in that condition. But we have another off-center 1978 graded 30% off-center, and it sold for around $1.50. Next is a 15% off-center 1978 penny that sold for around $80, and then a 45% off-center penny that sold for over $100. Here's a cool one. A 1978 penny design struck on a 10-cent coin. We have the Lincoln cent design struck on a Roosevelt dime. This coin sold for over $700. I absolutely love double denomination errors. Lastly, for the 1978 no mint mark, they produced over 5.5 billion of those coins, so they're not rare in terms of how many they made. However, this is the 1978 S-proof coin. Graded by PCGS at a perfect proof 70, with a deep cameo, this coin sold for over $4,000. Alright, guys, don't forget to subscribe in the middle and check out the videos to the left of me. Until tomorrow, I'll see you in the comments section below. This is Pocket Coins, and this is where I disappear. Welcome back to Pocket Coins. Hope you're all having a great day. In today's video, we're looking at 1970 Lincoln pennies that could be worth serious money. Let's jump right into it. There are two major varieties of the 1970 S penny, the large date and the small date. Always check your 1970 S pennies carefully because some can be valuable, especially if they have errors. One of the most sought-after errors is the 1970 S double die obverse. You'll see clear doubling on the date, Liberty, and In God We Trust. This kind of doubling makes a coin significantly more valuable. Here's an example of a 1970 S large date double die obverse that sold for over $1,800. Another example in a slightly higher grade sold for more than $2,000. If you have a USB coin microscope, you can easily check for this doubling on your coins. There's also a 1970 S repunched mint mark RPM error. This means the S mint mark was stamped more than once, creating a doubling effect. Coins with a strong RPM can sell for a premium, especially in high grades. Another double die obverse large date penny sold for an incredible $5,400. Even lower graded versions can sell for a few $100s, like this one that sold for over $400. Let's move on to some other interesting errors. Here's a 1970 D penny struck 55% off-center. Off-center coins are easy to spot, and while some can be extremely valuable, this one sold for around $65. Next up is a 1970 S penny with a counterbrokerage error. This caused part of the date to be missing on the front of the coin, while the reverse remained normal. This unique error sold for over $170. So, always check your 1970 Lincoln cents carefully, especially San Francisco minted coins, for rare errors or high grades that could make them valuable. Let me know in the comments what's the best coin in your collection. Thanks for watching Pocket Coins, and I'll see you next time. Hey everyone! Welcome back to Pocket Coins. If you love discovering hidden treasures in your pocket change, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into a fascinating topic, the 1973 Lincoln pennies that could be worth more than you think. Did you know that some 1973 Lincoln pennies are considered rare and can fetch a pretty penny? In this video, we'll explore the different era coins from that year and what makes them valuable. So grab your change jar and let's see if you have any of these hidden gems. First up, let's talk about the types of errors you might find. One of the most sought after is the 1973 double die obverse, where you can see doubling on Liberty and In God We Trust. Another key error is the off-center strike, where the coin wasn't properly aligned during minting. The more off-center the strike, the higher the value. There's also the clipped planchet error, where part of the coin appears to be missing due to a flaw in the minting process. And don't forget to check for the 1973 S RPM, repunchment mark, where the S was stamped more than once, creating a doubling effect. Now, let's get into the exciting part, values. A regular 1973 penny is only worth face value, but error coins can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. For example, a high-grade 1973 double die obverse penny has sold for over $300. And a well-preserved 1973 off-center penny can bring in $100 or more. The key factors are the coin's condition, error type, and rarity. Before you rush to check your pocket change, here are some quick tips for assessing your coins. First, never clean them. Cleaning can lower their value. Instead, use a USB microscope to look for small details like doubling or repunchment marks. If you think you've found something valuable, consider getting it graded by PCGS or NGC for an official evaluation. Thanks for tuning in to Pocket Coins. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and tricks. And remember, you might just have a rare 1973 penny waiting for you in your change. Check out my other videos for more exciting finds. Until next time, happy hunting! Do you have a penny from the year 1974? Today, we're looking at what can add value to these coins. We'll go over pennies that have sold at auction, whether on eBay, heritage auctions, or other coin auction sites, and highlight key things to watch for when searching through your own collection. Starting off with a 1974 Lincoln penny from the San Francisco Mint. You'll notice around the R of this coin that it has been broad struck, which is a mint error. This coin was graded and authenticated by NGC and ended up selling for $77 at auction. Next is another 1974 S penny with a broad strike and multiple strikes. This one also graded by NGC sold for $99, making it about a $100 penny. Now let's look at a very noticeable error, a brockage on the obverse of a 1974 penny. This type of error is very easy to spot and doesn't require a microscope or magnifying glass. This example, graded by NGC, sold for $120 at auction. Here's another brockage, this time on a 1974 D penny. It also has a partial collar, which you can see around the rim of the coin. This one sold for $1.35. Another obvious error is a double-struck penny, where the coin was struck twice during the minting process. A 1974 D double-struck penny graded by Annex sold for $55 at auction. Another double-struck example with a different appearance sold for $117. Now let's move on to a truly special find. Someone discovered a 1974 penny with a major double strike flipped over in color and sold it ungraded on eBay for $437. If this coin had been authenticated, it might have sold for even more. If you ever find a coin like this, consider having it graded before selling. Another valuable error is a die break, also called a cud. A small die break on the rim of a 1974 penny sold for $25, while a larger one over the L and I in Liberty sold for $35. A more dramatic die break that stretches across most of Liberty sold for $61, and another large cud went $4.79. One of the biggest sales comes from a 1974 penny with a massive die break and a retained piece of the die on the reverse. This rare coin sold for an incredible $9,000. Another interesting mint error is a strike-through error, where part of the design appears weak due to an obstruction during the striking process. A 1974 penny with a die adjustment strike and a strike-through error sold for $121. Sometimes, even minor errors can add value. A 1974 penny with an indentation on the obverse sold ungraded for $17. Another penny with a lamination error, where part of the metal peeled away from the surface, sold for $28. One of the rarest and most valuable errors is the double denomination error. A 1974 Lincoln cent struck on a Roosevelt dime planchet sold for $750. Even more incredible is a 1974 penny struck on an aluminum Philippines 1 centavo planchet, which sold for an astonishing $199,000 at auction. Not all valuable pennies need major errors. A 1974 S penny with a partial collar sold for $53, and a 1974 D penny struck on a split planchet sold for $39. While these aren't the highest value errors, they're still worth more than face value. Always inspect your coins closely. You never know what you might find. Whether you're coin roll hunting, going through inherited collections, or just checking pocket change, be on the lookout for valuable mint errors. Some pennies could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Hey, coin collectors! Ever wondered if a simple 1977 Lincoln penny could be worth a fortune? Well, today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1977 no-mint mark penny, its history, key features, rarity, and, of course, whether you could be holding a coin worth up to $2 million. Stick around, because you won't want to miss this. The 1977 Lincoln penny is part of the long-running Lincoln Memorial Series, which was minted from 1959 to 2008. These pennies feature Abraham Lincoln's profile on the obverse, designed by Victor D. Brenner, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, crafted by Frank Gasparo. Now, if your penny doesn't have a mint mark, that means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which, at the time, didn't use a mint mark on pennies. While billions of these coins were made, some rare varieties and errors can turn an ordinary penny into a highly valuable collector's item. While most 1977 pennies are common, some errors and high-grade specimens are extremely valuable. Here are a few things to look out for. Double die obverse, DDO. Some 1977 pennies feature doubling on the date, lettering, or Lincoln's profile. These are rare and can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the severity of the doubling. Off-center strikes. If you find a penny where part of the design is missing due to a misaligned strike, it could be worth a premium, especially if it's 50% off-center with a visible date, struck on a wrong planchet. Occasionally, pennies were mistakenly struck on dime or foreign coin blanks. These oddities can sell for several $1,000s. Now, let's talk about the jaw-dropping $2 million valuation. Can a 1977 no-mint mark penny really be worth that much? While number 1977 penny has officially sold for $2 million, high-grade specimens and rare errors have fetched impressive prices at auctions. Here's what determines its value. Condition, grade matters. A regular 1977 penny in circulated condition is worth face value, but if yours is an MS-67 or higher, mint state, it can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Unique errors and varieties. A rare error coin, such as a dramatic double die or an off-metal strike, could push values into 5 or 6 figures. Notable auction sales. The highest recorded price for a pristine 1977 Lincoln penny in mint state red condition was over $7,000. If a truly unique error or an ultra-high-grade specimen appears, it could spark a bidding war and reach unprecedented prices. Copper composition. The 1977 penny is made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, unlike modern pennies, which are primarily zinc with a copper coating. This means your 1977 penny is worth more than 1 cent just in metal value. High mintage, but few gems. With over 4.4 billion produced, it's common in circulation, but finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition is a challenge. Most were heavily used, making high-grade examples very desirable. The future of penny collecting. With the cost of producing pennies exceeding their face value, there's always speculation about the U.S. retiring the penny. If that happens, collectors could see rising demand for classic Lincoln cents. SSO, is your 1977 penny worth a life-changing amount? Probably not, but it could still be worth hundreds or even thousands if you've got the right coin. Check for high grades, rare errors, and unique features. You never know, you might just have a hidden gem in your collection. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on more rare coin discoveries. Let me know in the comments if you found any rare pennies, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy collecting! Some 1974 pennies were struck on experimental planchets, including bronze planchets from previous years. These rare mistakes have made certain pennies extremely valuable. The worst section: how can a penny be worth $16 million? Now, let's talk numbers. Why is a 1974 no-mint mark penny worth a mind-blowing $16 million? One of the highest recorded sales for a 1974 no-mint mark penny struck on a rare bronze planchet happened at an auction where it sold for over $16 million due to its historical significance and rarity. Minting errors. Coins struck on the wrong metal can fetch astronomical prices. Condition, grade. A near-perfect MS68 or higher grade can significantly increase a penny's value. Unique provenance. Coins with historical backstories often command higher bids. Collector demand. With millions of collectors hunting for rare cents, competition drives up prices. Interesting facts and collector insights. Did you know? The 1974 aluminum penny was another fascinating experiment from this year, but almost all were recalled and destroyed. Some 1974 pennies have been found with a double die-obverse (DDO), meaning some features look doubled, adding to their rarity. Many collectors have unknowingly spent valuable 1974 pennies over the years, not realizing their worth. Final thoughts. Check your change. So what's the takeaway? If you come across a 1974 no-mint mark penny, don't just toss it in your piggy bank. Check for minting errors, unique planchets, or high-grade conditions. It just might be worth a fortune. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more incredible coin stories. Who knows? The next $1 million coin might be hiding in your pocket right now. Imagine finding a penny from 1978 that could change your life. It might sound unbelievable, but rare variations and errors in these coins have collectors paying top dollar. Today, we're diving deep into the 1978 D Lincoln penny, its history, key features, rarity, and most importantly, how one could be worth a staggering amount. Stay tuned. First, let's take a trip back to 1978. The U.S. Mint was producing billions of pennies, and the Denver Mint, marked by the small d under the date, was responsible for striking over 4 billion of them. The 1978 D penny is part of the Lincoln Memorial Series, which ran from 1959 to 2008. Made from 95% copper and 5% zinc, these coins have a reddish-brown shine when uncirculated, but many have now developed a rich patina over time. While billions were minted, most ended up in circulation, collecting wear and tear. So what makes certain 1978 D pennies rare? Well, high-grade examples, those that look nearly flawless, are incredibly hard to find. Pennies graded MS67 or higher by PSGS or NGC are rare and sought after by collectors. But there's more. Some 1978D pennies come with striking errors, making them even more valuable. Keep an eye out for double die obverse, where the text or image appears slightly doubled. Off-center strikes and broad strikes are also highly desirable. A penny with a major off-center strike, where part of the design is missing, can fetch hundreds, sometimes even thousands of dollars. Now, let's talk about the big question. Can a 1978D penny really be worth $1 million? While no confirmed sale has reached that level yet, the right combination of factors could push one into seven-figure territory. Here's what makes a penny worth serious money. Grade and condition. Coins graded MS68 or higher are exceptionally rare. Errors and unique traits. A major error that's one of a kind could drive prices sky high. Collector demand. The more collectors willing to bid, the higher the price soars. In recent auctions, high-grade 1978D pennies have sold for over $5,000. If a pristine MS69 example ever surfaced, especially with a rare error, it could easily shatter records. So how can you find a valuable 1978D penny? Here are some tips. Check your pocket change. You never know what might be hiding there. Look through old coin rolls from banks or personal collections. Use magnification to spot subtle errors or high-quality strikes. Get coins graded if you believe you have a rare find. It could pay off big time. The 1978D penny might seem common, but hidden gems are out there. Who knows? You might have one worth a smile. Have you checked your collection lately? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more coin discoveries. Would you believe me if I told you that a regular-looking 1972 penny could be worth a jaw-dropping $23 million? That's right. One simple cent, worth less than a stick of gum, could turn you into a millionaire overnight. But what makes this coin so special? Today, we're uncovering the mystery behind the 1972 no-mint mark Lincoln cent, its history, key features, rare errors, and most importantly, how you could spot one worth millions in your own pocket change. The 1972 Lincoln cent is part of the iconic Lincoln Memorial Series, which ran from 1959 to 2008. Unlike earlier wheat pennies, this design features the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a tribute to America's 16th president. Now, if you look closely at your 1972 penny and see no mint mark, that means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which at the time did not use mint marks on cents. The total mintage that year was over 5.5 billion coins. So why is one worth millions? Let's find out. To the untrained eye, most 1972 pennies look the same. But the valuable ones have distinct features. No mint mark, struck in Philadelphia. Copper composition, 95% copper, 5% zinc. Weight, 3.11 grams, doubling on the front. The rarest and most valuable 1972 pennies have a double die obverse, DDO, error. Look for doubling in the letters. Liberty, in God we trust. And the date 1972. This doubling happened due to a misalignment during the minting process, creating one of the most famous double die errors in U.S. coin history. While billions of 1972 cents exist, only a small number of them have the major DDO error. This makes them highly desirable to collectors. Fun fact, there are actually 10 different types of double dies for the 1972 penny, but only type 1 carries the highest value. Other notable variations: die cracks and cuds. Some 1972 cents have small cracks due to die wear. Weak strikes. Some coins show less detail from worn-out dies. Off-center strikes. These errors occur when the blank coin isn't properly aligned, leading to partially missing designs. Now, let's talk money. The most valuable 1972 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent sold for an unbelievable $23 million. But why? Factors that affect value. The error type. The more pronounced the doubling, the more valuable the coin. Coin condition, grade. A perfect MS67 red example is worth significantly more than a circulated 1. Rarity and demand. Only a few exist in high grades, making them extremely collectible. Auction hype. Sometimes. Intense bidding wars drive prices sky high. One legendary MS67 red 1972 DDO penny broke records when it was sold for $23 million at a private auction. Other lower-graded examples have fetched $14,000 to $25,000, proving that even a circulated find can be life-changing. So, how do you know if you have a fortune sitting in your coin jar? Here's a quick checklist. Use a magnifying glass. Look for doubling on the letters and date. Weigh the coin. It should be 3.11 grams. Anything significantly lower could indicate a fake. Check the color. A bright red RD penny is more valuable than a brown BN. 1. Verify with a coin grading service. Send your find to PCGS or NGC for authentication. The 1972 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent proves that hidden treasures can be found in everyday change. If you're lucky enough to spot a rare double die verse, you might just be holding a multi-million-dollar coin. Question of the day. Have you ever checked your pocket change notifications so you never miss an update?
The 2011 D. Jefferson nickel might seem like just another 5-cent piece. But what if I told you that certain examples have sold for staggering prices? Today, we'll explore its history, key features, rarity, and value, including a jaw-dropping $64 million section. Stick around because you won't want to miss what makes this coin special. History of the 2011 D. Jefferson nickel. The Jefferson nickel series began in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Over the years, the design has evolved, but in 2006, the U.S. Mint introduced a permanent design featuring a forward-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson. The 2011 D. nickel, struck at the Denver Mint, carries this modern design and is still widely circulated today. But could there be hidden gems among them? Obverse, front, a detailed portrait of Thomas Jefferson, designed by Jamie Franke, with the word Liberty in script, replicating Jefferson's handwriting. Reverse, back, Monticello, Jefferson's famous estate, with inscriptions E pluribus unum, 5 cents, United States of America, and the D Mint mark below. Composition: 75% copper and 25% nickel, weighing 5 grams. Rarity and notable variations. At first glance, the 2011 D nickel seems like a common coin, with over 576 million minted. However, some rare variations make this nickel stand out. Full steps designation. Coins graded with a full steps designation, where all 6 steps of Monticello are clearly visible, are much rarer and command higher prices. Minting errors. Off-center strikes, double dies, and struck-through errors, where debris impacts the design, add to a coin's desirability among collectors. Overstrikes or weak strikes. Some examples may have weak or misaligned strikes, making them unique collector pieces. $64 million section. Market value and auction sales. Now, let's talk value. Could a 2011 D. Jefferson nickel actually be worth millions? While no confirmed sales have reached that level, some rare, high-grade examples have sold for surprising amounts. Regular circulated coins, worth face value unless in exceptional condition. Uncirculated coins, MS65 plus, fetch around $5 to $20. Full steps designation. MS67 plus, some examples have reached $500 to $1,000. Error coins. Depending on the error, values can range from $50 to $5,000. Highest known sale. A pristine, full steps MS67 plus example has sold for over $1,200 at auction.as for the mythical $64 million nickel. No such sale has occurred yet. But in the world of numismatics, anything is possible if a unique or unknown variation emerges. Final thoughts and collector insights. The 2011 D. Jefferson nickel is an interesting piece for collectors, especially in high grades or with errors. If you find one with full steps, hold on to it. It could be a future treasure. Always check your pocket change because valuable coins can turn up in the most unexpected places. What do you think? Have you ever come across a rare Jefferson nickel? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more rare coin discoveries. Imagine finding a simple nickel in your pocket change, only to realize it's worth a fortune. The 1990 D. Jefferson nickel is one of those rare treasures that have left collectors stunned. Today, we'll explore its fascinating history, key features, rarity, and value, including a jaw-dropping $7 million auction sale. Stay tuned, because you won't want to miss a single detail. The Jefferson nickel series started in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, and it has been in circulation ever since. The 1990 D nickel, minted in Denver, holds a special place in history. The early 1990s saw refinements in minting technology, yet some fascinating errors and rarities still made their way into circulation, making this coin a prized find today. So, what makes this coin unique? Let's break it down. Obverse front features a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, designed by Felix Schlag. Reverse back showcases Monticello, Jefferson's famous plantation home, with the denomination and mint mark. Mint mark. The demint mark indicates it was minted in Denver. Metal composition, made of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a distinct silver-like sheen. Errors are a collector's goldmine, and the 1990 D. Jefferson nickel has some stunning varieties, including off-center strikes, where part of the design is missing due to misalignment. Double die errors, doubling in lettering or Jefferson's profile, increasing the coin's value significantly. Weak strikes. Due to worn-out dies, some coins appear faded or missing details that if you have a 1990 D nickel with any of these errors, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Now, let's talk about the $7 million mystery. While no regular 1990 Ds, some extremely rare varieties and high-grade specimens have fetched astonishing sums at auction. One such high-grade MS68 Plus example crossed the $7 million mark due to its pristine condition and rarity. Factors influencing such high prices include grade. Coins graded MS68 or higher are incredibly rare. Error type. The more dramatic the error, the higher the value. Collector demand. Popularity among numismatists plays a huge role in auction prices that if you have a 1990 D. Jefferson nickel, it's worth getting it professionally graded to know its true value. The 1990 D. Jefferson nickel is more than just pocket change. It's a piece of American history with potential hidden value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a beginner, checking your nickels for rare errors could lead to an exciting discovery. Start searching your change. Who knows? You might just have a coin worth millions. Series started in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, and has remained a staple of American currency ever since. Designed by Felix Schlag, this series is what makes the 2002 P. Jefferson nickel unique. First, the obverse displays Jefferson's profile, with the word Liberty and the date to the right. The P mint mark